Welcome to the Sony exhibit and to our presentation on media solutions that reach to the cloud. This NAB marks the introduction of a new story and a new Sony. Today, we'll showcase a new breed of solutions that drive efficiency throughout your business, solutions that reduce your footprint and cut your distribution costs. At Sony, we're constantly consulting broadcasters, production companies, content aggregators, and other industry professionals. We've been listening carefully, and here's what you've been telling us. In today's economic environment, more than ever, you've told us that you need to save money, including the cost of real estate. We enable you to move racks of equipment out of your high-rent facilities. You need to scale operations as your needs expand. Instead of speccing, purchasing, installing, and debugging servers and applications, Sony's cloud solutions enable you to migrate to higher capacity at the flip of a switch. You've demanded resilient systems that eliminate any single point of failure. Sony solutions deliver. You're asking for cost models that fit your usage. Some clients prefer capital expense, others operating expense, and still others a mix of both. Sony solutions accommodate. Increasingly international in scope, many of you demand global access. Sony's cloud solutions are the perfect vehicles for global distribution and collaboration. You need flexibility, solutions that fit whether you're developing a greenfield project or working with legacy systems. And finally, you demand solutions that are media savvy. Our solutions reflect Sony's unsurpassed expertise. We understand the needs of content professionals from the individual camera person to the enterprise. Sony media solutions that reach to the cloud can benefit almost any professional here at NAB. For news production, we're offering XDCam Air and Media Backbone Hive. For digitizing and monetizing legacy assets, we have Memnon archiving services. For managing media, whether on-premises or in the cloud, our Media Backbone Navigator X application sets a new standard. For cloud collaboration, automation, and distribution, we meet the need with our C Media Cloud platform, our cloud-based Managed Media Distribution Center, and our cloud-based digital distribution and OTT service, Venue. Each of these solutions responds to the challenges that you've been sharing with us. Each leverages the power of the cloud to help your business. Each extends your capabilities and upgrades your workflows. And collectively, they place Sony at the forefront of production technology. So let's start with news production. In our conversations, news producers are amazingly consistent in expressing their needs. Be first to air and social media, do more with less, share content, and work together. These imperatives are even more urgent because today, you're not simply competing with other stations, you're competing with ordinary people equipped with social media accounts and smartphone cameras. Our XDCam Air solution rises to the need, harnessing the best of cloud and wireless streaming technologies to accelerate news contribution as never before. Solutions start with wireless streaming, which Sony camcorders have supported for a while. We get you to air faster with wireless live streaming and wireless file transfers, both full res and proxy. We've also enabled Wi-Fi remote control of your camera from a smartphone or tablet with free iOS and Android apps. And we've revolutionized the picture quality that you can get from a single cellular channel with our exclusive quality of service streaming. With QoS, you'll experience better signal quality with fewer freezes, dropouts, and macro blocks. Yet Sony's QoS streaming saves operating costs compared to traditional microwave and satellite contributions. We've done all this with a roster of cameras that feature built-in wireless capability, as well as plug-in wireless adapters that work with any legacy camera with an HD SDI output. On the receiving end of QoS streaming is Sony's PWS-110RX1, which can remotely receive 30 camera shot streams and output 2 simultaneously. It also provides remote control of cameras in the field, plus remote FTP fetch of files. One person who knows the power of QoS streaming firsthand is Jeff Pra, who is Chief Engineer and Coordinator for Technology Training at Northwestern University's Medill School of Journalism. He said, "The quality was exactly what we expected. It was stable, good-looking video. We maintained a full 6 megabits per second for maximum performance throughout. What's completely unexpected is how stable this has proved to be over time. We've seen zero packet loss over that entire period. Much of what we do at Medill is anticipate the future of journalism. Our hope is that our students won't be just working in it, they'll be helping create it. The PWS 110RX1 is a crucial tool, a breakthrough product to enable such creativity. Clearly, QoS gives you a leg up in streaming cost performance. Now with XDCam Air, we're taking the next step, from wireless streaming to cloud-based ENG. XDCam Air delivers live streaming control in the cloud, metadata workflows with your newsroom computer system, and live streaming from your mobile device. And the solution works with Sony's ENG cameras, including those with built-in wireless capabilities, those that accept a dedicated wireless adapter, and any Sony camcorder with an HD SDI output. Well, we're also expanding your camera options with a new Android and iOS app called XDCam Pocket. Using this free app, you can now put your smartphones and tablet cameras to work for a low-profile, first-to-air news gathering. Beyond wireless news contribution, XDCam Air will soon extend your power with the following cloud-based services. Cloud-based remote camera control enables you to start, stop, and zoom from any location. Cloud-based live stream control gives you greater power to set priorities. Cloud-based proxy AV provides easy access to your content wherever there's an internet connection. Cloud-based storyboard editing means that you can start work on your packages without waiting for a craft editor. Cloud-based file management makes it easier than ever to locate assets and put them to use. At Sony, we understand the complexities of your third-party newsroom computer systems and editing systems. That's why we designed the XDCam Air solution to work beautifully with Adobe Premiere Pro, APENPS, Avid iNews, Avid Interplay, BitCentral, Gluecast, and other systems, in addition to our own Media Backbone Hive network production system. The XDCam Air solution can even send slugs from the newsroom computer system to the camera for automatic metadata tagging of camera files. To win even larger audiences for your work, the system will soon make it easy to publish stories to Facebook and Twitter. You'll be able to quickly trim proxy clips in the cloud, insert a watermark, approve the sequence, and then post to social media. All told, there's never been a more efficient way to get your content from the field to your viewers than XDCam Air. Beyond timely and efficient field contribution embodied by XDCam Air, you've asked for a network production that's faster, simpler, more collaborative, and more flexible. That's the concept behind Media Backbone Hive, a network production system that provides end-to-end content and workflow management. Hive builds on our experience with the highly successful Media Backbone production system and the customer feedback that we've received. Hive also leverages the latest data center technologies, bringing them into the production environment. We call it Hive because it's scalable, efficient, and organized, and it fosters collaboration by making elements available to everyone, both in the newsroom and in the cloud. Hive links multiple locations together for shared access and integrates beautifully with Sony's cloud-based XDCam Air system. At the heart of Media Backbone Hive is an advanced IT architecture, the multi-award-winning hyperconverged node. Instead of separate silos for storage, database, and applications, the system is built on nodes that converge all three into one. You get lower initial costs using commercial off-the-shelf hardware. You get lower ongoing costs. Redundant nodes also enable failover and node upgrades without pulling the system offline. And you get easy scalability. Just add nodes and the system performs auto load balancing. Media Backbone Hive is a complete production system, including applications for planning, ingest, browse, edit, playout, distribution, archive, and management. HTML5 apps support remote workflows, distribution to social media platforms, and work well with our XDCam Air system, as well as third-party NLEs, newsroom computer systems, servers, archive systems, and the cloud. Hive's HTML5-based content management tool handles not only audio and video files, but also graphics, documents, EDLs, project files, and more. You can do full text search of scripts, preview proxies, leverage metadata, and easily integrate with nonlinear editors. A versatile HTML5 web-based editor provides core editing tools and transitions. Edit your story anywhere, and when you're done, publish to Playout, websites, social networks, and distribution, or send your story to a craft editor for further enhancement. Hive's powerful craft editor accommodates any mix of SD, HD, or 4K at 4:3 or 16:9. And you get advanced audio and video effects, powerful color correction, and speed controls. Media Backbone Hive also supports an Adobe Premiere and After Effects plugin with direct access to Hive content from within the Premiere and After Effects GUIs. Other features include powerful dashboards that monitor system health and key system metrics. Future enhancements will include resource sharing among regions or groups. Fast, flexible, and cloud-friendly, Media Backbone Hive is a powerful advantage for every producer striving to be first to air and social media with the best-looking content. Many of you are profoundly concerned about your valuable film assets as well as your video and audio assets archived on magnetic tape. You understand that your analog archives are hard to browse, hard to access, hard to monetize. You fear that analog assets run the risk of becoming inaccessible or lost. The solution is Memnon Archiving Services. We can digitize your collection at your site or from one of our global delivery centers. We have already processed over 2 million hours of assets for clients, including the BBC, Indiana University, and the French National Library. So, if you have substantial analog assets, it pays to talk to your Sony representative about Memnon services. You've shared your frustrations with conventional media asset management systems. You say that systems don't scale well, particularly at the entry level. Content browsing is way too complicated, requiring extensive training courses and a steep learning curve. You're too often tied to specific operating systems and client platforms. And automating workflows is a daunting challenge, requiring months of planning and extensive software expertise. That's why Sony created Media Backbone Navigator X for managing your assets, whether on-premises, in the cloud, or both. Navigator X sets entirely new standards in simplicity, scalability, and platform independence. There's no steep learning curve. If you can type into a search box, you can find assets. There's no single operating system. As an HTML5 web application, Navigator X can run on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, and iOS. One organization with very particular asset management challenges is Full Sail University. Scott Dansby is in charge of industry relations at Full Sail. Let's listen.
We were coming to a point where we had a lot of content stored and kept in various different formats in different locations all over the campus and from various departments. So it could have been LTO, it could have been on hard drive, it could have been on optical disc, but we had no way of kind of managing and really tagging and logging what content was actually under our roof. And we need to get a better grasp on managing the storage environment where all of those assets are ultimately going to sit. Navigator X was able to meet those needs. The openness is what attracted us initially. You know, we could still work and keep existing products and services and then add other third-party products and services who do a really great job at one specific thing. But then Media Backbone would be able to orchestrate those workflow processes between all the different applications and services.
There's more to Media Backbone Navigator X. The system scales effortlessly from single-seat users to mid-sized production environments. Building an automated workflow is as easy as drag and drop. Best of all, Navigator X offers top-flight performance at a fraction of the cost of other, less capable NAB systems. It's an impressive package, as Nathan Dickerson, Vice President and Operations Manager at Wells Fargo, discovered.
The faster we can move the product, the happier our end customer is. We bring in a great deal of video on a daily basis, and having the ability to catalog it all in one spot, to access it from either of our offices, and to integrate it immediately and edit it is extremely attractive to us. Given the investment we have in acquiring the video and processing it and cataloging it, Navigator X becomes one of the most important parts of our edit process. The ability to do a federated search across all of our assets, to be able to find elements whether they are in spinning drives, whether they are in nearline storage or on the shelf, is vitally important to us. Navigator X offers all of these things to us.
For more on Media Backbone Navigator X, be sure to see the demonstration on this stage by Sony's Wei Wu, coming up at 1:30. The centerpiece of Sony's cloud portfolio is our C Media Cloud platform. Built on Amazon Web Services, it features the scalability, automation, and cost savings of cloud computing. The C platform can handle many of the boring routine production operations, enabling your staff to concentrate on the creative tasks that they do best. Our platform can handle file storage, file sharing, transcoding, automatic proxy generation, metadata extraction, caption transformation, dailies viewing, quality assurance, archiving, streaming, and file distribution. And your existing systems can seamlessly integrate with our REST API, enabling you to craft the ideal workflow. It's easy to acquire content from anywhere and put it into the C Cloud. In the cloud, web-based collaboration becomes easy. All your colleagues can enjoy simultaneous access and frame-accurate markups. After a session, you can output the results as a PDF or XML for use in craft editing. High-speed encrypted file transfer can get your content onto the C platform quickly and securely. By its very nature, the cloud is everywhere. Suddenly, it's far, far easier to aggregate content and distribute content to affiliate stations, syndication customers, and any other endpoints. And since C supports integrated archive, you've got cloud-based disaster recovery built in. C customers range from individual camera persons to some of the biggest names in broadcasting and motion picture production. We now manage petabytes of data, representing millions of files, ingesting as much as 50,000 hours per month. Clients include Frontline, Sony Pictures, CBS News, ITN, and Tegna. But two cases in particular demonstrate how Sony can work in partnership with your staff, actively collaborating to create powerful, completely customized cloud-based solutions. I'm talking about PMM and Media Clearinghouse. Short for Public Media Management, PMM is a partnership between Sony Professional Solutions and WGBH Boston. PMM offers public media stations cloud-based distribution for non-real-time program content and automated master control. Delivered as a service, PMM replaces capital expense that can total in the millions of dollars with a simple, predictable monthly operating expense. Just as important, PMM alleviates the labor-intensive duplication of tasks for every program at every station. Before PMM, each station was responsible for its own satellite download, its own transcode, its own quality control, and the capital expense associated with on-premises storage of PBS program content. PMM replaces all this with a network operations center in Boston, a one-rack PMM node at each participating station, and cloud distribution. This results in tremendous efficiencies. System-wide, there's just one download from the satellite, one transcode, and one quality control at the Network Operations Center at WGBH. At each station, PMM replaces expensive satellite time with cost-saving cloud distribution. Content arrives via an ordinary 100 megabit internet connection, eliminating costly dedicated fiber. and a simple PMM node replaces extensive master control systems. While PMM is tremendously efficient, it still leaves the local playlist, local programming, and local brand identity where it belongs, in local hands. A new member of the PMM family is Alan Pizzato, president and CEO of WYES TV in New Orleans. He says, "The first immediate and obvious benefit was the improved on-air look which the new graphics capabilities provided. We brought our traffic and master control operations together, which is enabling more flexibility and productivity. And our on-air operations is running very smoothly and consistently. Not having to make a major investment in automation and archiving equipment also had a very positive impact on our budget." We faced a similar challenge working with Tegna, the major U.S. station group. They had grown from 18 to 46 stations in 1 year, with every individual station redundantly doing capture, prep, and transcode for non-real-time files. They badly needed to streamline operations. We've worked with Tegna to create a cloud-based system called Media Clearinghouse. The system spreads the work out, leveraging a distributed workforce to get content efficiently to air. The system distributes content, transcodes, monitors, and performs analytics, conducts quality control, and enables collaboration, all while maintaining metadata and status sync across all stations. By combining the advantages of a hardware system and a service, Media Clearinghouse also combines CapEx with OpEx. Here's what Jeff Johnson, VP of Technology, had to say.
We decided that there was a lot of redundancy in our operation. We're taking certain syndicated programs in 18 times a day. Why wouldn't we take them in one time and then push them out to all the local entities, properties that air them without any other intervention by the local stations? So we came up with a solution. We worked with Crispin, we worked with Sony using their C cloud infrastructure, and we came up with a process. And as of today, we process approximately 240 unique shows a week, probably deliver over about 2,400 shows a month. We have multiple prep points, 4 ingest points across the whole station group. And so therefore we're able to service up our 48 television stations with syndicated content. We foresee this as being a service that will help us into the future, and that when we look at different sales models, that we have the ability to deliver programming or content changes or commercial changes in near real time. There are a lot of shows that we're processing day of that we are able to deliver the same day, somewhere 2 days in advance. It's a complete end-to-end solution that we've developed, and we think it's very scalable and will serve us into the future.
Now we're putting the advantages of PMM and Media Clearinghouse to work for anyone who needs to syndicate and distribute content. Presenting Sony's Managed Media Distribution Center. Centralized cloud-based operations can slash your satellite distribution costs, dramatically improve your productivity, and enable your staff to focus on the creative tasks that they enjoy rather than rote repetitive chores. Incredibly scalable, your system can grow as quickly as your business, and the system can upgrade functionality as new technologies become available. Crispin has been providing software applications for over 20 years that assist with the acquisition and precision playout of programs and interstitials. In doing so, they have built APIs to hundreds of products. They have leveraged that experience to create automated on-premise workflows which incorporate MCS for cloud processing and distribution. Now, they're more than a partner. Crispin is officially part of the Sony family. Based on years of real-world performance for dozens of TV stations, the Managed Media Distribution Center delivers compelling value. Finally, some of you have told us that you need global digital distribution as well as OTT and commerce solutions. You need future-proofing, and you need to accommodate an ever-evolving consumer base. That's why we created Venue, the media-as-a-service platform that acts as a single solution for avails management, content prep and ingest, distribution, broadcast playout, and OTT solutions, including fully integrated commerce. And now, recently announced, Venue Unlimited is the first of its kind cloud-based streaming service, providing access to over 1 million hours of premium licensable content. Available in more than 23 languages, sourced from over 450 content owners through a centralized cloud repository for one monthly flat fee. Unprecedented. It's just one of Sony's media solutions that meet so many of the chief concerns that you've expressed to us. Be faster to air and social media, lower real estate costs, eliminate costly duplication of effort, increase productivity, empower collaboration, solve distribution headaches. Sony's cloud-based solutions deliver, whether you've got a greenfield opportunity or a legacy system. Whether your operations are small or large, whether you prefer to work on premises or in the cloud, whether your financial model is capital expense or operating expense, whether you're after a fully managed service or a system that you can operate yourself. If you're looking to leverage all the benefits of the cloud with all of the assurance of down-to-earth practicality, speak to your Sony representative. You can see Sony Media Solutions at these locations throughout our NAB exhibit. When you go, you'll find friendly, helpful Sony representatives standing by to answer your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your kind attention and have a great day, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate your time and attention. A lot of you have been asking about this beautiful display up here. This is Sony's new Crystal LED display. And if you have any questions about that, we can direct you to Todd, who can answer any questions about that. And stick around, just in about 30 minutes or so, Wei Wu will be up here doing a presentation on Media Backbone Navigator X. I've seen some of it, and it's really powerful. It's a information-packed presentation, so you'll want to stick around for it. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great show. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today, I would like to introduce one new solution called Media Backbone Navigator X. And my name is Wei Wu. I'm the Senior Product Manager for the Sony software solution. And since today we will talk about, we say, media operation, before we really introduce this product, let me just ask one question. What is the solution for the file-based media operation? And I know definitely the first word came into your mind would be MAM, right? Media Asset Management. And of course, digital is becoming more and more important. So DAM is also becoming a very popular word. And of course, I know production is important. So somebody may say PAM, right? It's already a lot of M's, and we will have more. BPM, because workflow is important. So business process management, BPM, right? And I know everybody loves your mom, so we have mom. Media operation management, of course, we are talking about the media operations. And sorry, we are Sony, right? Too many M's. We are not selling the candy. We are selling the software. And actually, another important point is when you really talk to all the customers or all the users, especially operators, they are using these type of M systems. They're all sharing one same feeling. They feel they spend $500,000 of the money to have this big giant M systems, and they feel by the end, the system is not working for their operations. They have to adopt the system. They are working for the systems. So this is all the feeling they shared with us. And we analyzed the details, say where are the exact, the problems, right? Number one, it's platform dependent. Back to 15 years ago, when you first time heard the MEM word, it was okay, because everybody was using Windows. But now you see, you are using cell phone, tablet, iPad, mobile devices, right? Even in the broadcast operation, a lot of people are using Mac, right? Even they try to use tab. And by the way, it makes sense. You search and find your content, and you run a workflow. That's the operation. Why you cannot do this operation from a tablet? But if you take a look at the software technology have been used by the existing most of the M systems, they are still Java, Silverlight, Flash. How they can be used in the mobile devices? It's impossible, right? Poor performance. And I have to say, MAM should be the software or the system helping you to find your content. That's the number one step. And we really listened to a lot of customers. When they have the giant of existing MAM system, they have 10 million level of the content. They even cannot find it. If in that case, forget it. You don't need to spend $500,000. You can just continue to use your Windows Explorer or Mac Founder, right? Why you have to spend money to use the MAM system? Complicated operations. And most of the MAM system were designed really based on the broadcast hard operations, from the baseband ingest to playout. But that's not fit for all the cases. And most of the cases, when you buy the M system, you have to take at least 2 weeks of the trainings to learn how to use it, right? But why? Why? It's just search the content, run the workflow. That's the case. Why you have to take 2 weeks of the training? Can't change your workflow. Workflow is important. Like I said, after you search and hit your content, everything can be resolved by the workflows. Transcode, transfer, archive, ingest, everything is a workflow. But I have to say, most of the M systems, vendor have to design the workflow for you. And after that, from customer's perspective, you can change your workflow. Or maybe they say you can. And when you learn say how to change it, you need to understand the software programming knowledge. Why? You are doing media operation. You may have producer, director, editor. How can they know how to write the source code, right? Expensive hardware and software. Most of the M system, when you're really thinking about the hardware, it's a rack with 10 different servers. That's really expensive, right? And of course, software, Oracle, SQL Server. The vendor will have to pay the money to Oracle, to Microsoft, and then they will charge back to the customers. Of course, it's expensive, but be honestly, now the world has been really changed. If you really look at how the IT companies are doing, comparing with what media industry is doing, it's really different. And we based at San Jose, California, we really researched what IT companies are doing, what are the latest IT technology. We found it's really changed. So based on that, what should the next generation, or we say ideal man, be, is first of all, platform independent. We use HTML5. It should be platform independent. It's as easy as you just open the browser from your mobile devices. You do not need to install anything. You should be able to open and use it. High performance search. Why it cannot be just like Google? Google is searching the content in the internet, and the MEM system is helping you to search and find and manage your content in your facility. It should be just like Google. Type in the keywords, you find the search, and it should be very quick and very accurate. Plug and play operation, right? So it should be as easy as you open the browser, you will be able to know how to use it. Because the entire concept, I repeated many times, again, it should be search, find your content, kick, run the workflows. All the operations can be covered by the workflows. I have actually a 3-year kid, and I really have a dream. This is my product, and I really want, when she can enter kindergarten, I would like her to try to use Navigator X to see if she can operate it. And the workflow orchestration. Of course, workflow is important. Everything will be handled by workflow. But another important point is how you can change and create workflow. So we have a target, which is when you open the browser, just do drag and drop and configurations, anybody from your place, editor, director, producers, they should be able to change your workflow without any software programming knowledge. And based on these 4 concepts, we are very happy to announce this new product from Sony called Media Backbone Navigator X, which is an out-of-box solution. Includes 3 big portions. Media asset management. We still provide a content management portal to allow you search, find your content, preview, playback, catalog your metadata, right? And media process management will help you to create and manage your workflow, control your third-party devices, no matter if it's transcode, transfer, archive. And media resource management will manage the human resources, not only devices, right? And also we provide a dashboard, which actually have a real-time graphic view of the system performance, resource usage, operational milestones. These 3 portions made this one product. And I really love to talk to you about the good concept, but I'm actually really still an engineer. You need to see something. Good concept is really not enough. You need to see what type of features we provide, right? First of all, it's really a simple and easy content management portal. Number 1 concept is file agnostic. Any files. Not only video is the important thing. Of course, video is important, but graphic files, PDF, script files, closed captions, they are also important. We support all of them. Stores anywhere. That's another wonderful concept. Any storage. You can use it media grade. You can use it NAS storage, even hard disk, easily mounted into our server. You should be manage them, right? You should be able to manage them. Archive. We directly support Sony ODA system, but if you are using LTO, we also can control a lot of different HSM vendors to manage the LTO system. Cloud became more and more important. And we, of course, support Sony C platform, but also, let's say Amazon S3 object storage. You want to use as your main storage or your DR, disaster recovery, like second layer of your storage. We also support S3. flexible organization features, and keyframe metadata. Metadata is actually the important thing for the MEM system. It's not only the metadata for entire clip, but also even for each frame, we support them. Web-based player. Remember, I say platform independent. We don't want you install anything in your client. You should be able to open the browser and know how to use it. But in that case, the web-based player will be very strong. So you can see from the demo. Powerful search. Search, I have to say, is the most important thing. Not only for the entire clip asset, we can actually index document, PowerPoint, PDF. We can index them. Also, closed caption, we can search them. All right? Ingest is the #1 step. You put all the contents in to your system. We provide a centralized ingest platform which allow you to browse any storages, right? And also you can browse from the Sony C cloud platform, and also Amazon S3. We also support watch folder and metadata. When you have the contents you select, we can extract the technical metadata automatically for you. And you can still type in or any customer metadata, and we can also support XML, extract the metadata from XML from any other third-party systems. And then, regarding archive, I said, LTO, we can support a lot of HSM vendors like SGL, StoreNext, but it's still 3 layers: MEM, HSM, LTO, right? And made from 3 different companies. If it's Sony ODA, Navigator X can direct support ODA. Not only from the MEM perspective, you can archive, retrieve, partial retrieve from the MEM, but also you can manage the ODA devices, library, drive, even the cartridge from Navigator X. 2-layer, ODA, Navigator X as a MEM, and archive from one company. Direct support. Editing is actually another important point. Adobe generates a very wonderful idea called panel integration. So Navigator X also supports Adobe as a panel. So for editors, they love it, right? They only need to focus on their editor platform, but editor platform cannot provide the search feature, right? But you can see the Navigator X as a panel inside of the Premiere. You can do search through Navigator X and make a link to edit from Premiere. It's really seamless integration. And we will pass the marker information to Premiere and even metadata. Federated search is another important thing because you may have different departments. You may have different locations. You can have multiple Navigator X be installed at almost anywhere, across the countries. They can see each other, search each other, exchange file with each other. Federated search. Workflow editor, like I mentioned, should be as easy as drag and drop configuration. It's an HTML5-based web application tool. You can run and create change your workflow by using this tool. And we also provide the real-time workflow monitoring feature. You will be also see from the demo. Last but not least, dashboard. It's so strong you can have a workflow system because when the workflow system helping you to manage all of your operations, then you own one important thing called KPI data. Status, progress, system usage, you have all of them. So we will do a mashup, provide the dashboard to really offer a real-time graphic view of the system performance, really enable you to monitor, track resource usage. And you can identify values, bottlenecks, set up your milestones, dashboard. Before the demo, I just want to quickly show a use case, a standard use case for how to using Navigator X. First of all, we have the content management portal, right? We allow you to register the content from any resources, baseband ingest, file ingest, download from cloud. You register into the content management, and then you can do search, catalog, edit metadata, And with just one click, we can help you distribute the file to almost anywhere. Edit Island, Archive, and we integrate with Aspera, Signet. You can actually transfer the file to any of your distribution points, external customers. Of course, cloud. Upload the file to your YouTube channel. We have the YouTube adapter. Upload to Sony C platform. Upload to Amazon S3 storage. Because we really have the rich third-party plugins and the customizable workflows help you to do that. Think about this use case. It's really not only for broadcast and post-productions. Education, sports, government, corporation, church. If you are doing the file-based media operations, you can definitely take advantage from this Navigator X system. Seeing is not believing. I really talked too much about PowerPoint. Before you really see how it looks like, I don't think you will believe it, right? So let's see it first. It's web-based. The only thing you need to do is open your browser, and you will be able to log in and see it. And it's a user role permission-based system. You can define user, role, and permission. So we have two types of the permissions, feature permission and the data permission. Feature permission means you can control actually who can do what. If this team can only view the file, or maybe that team actually can delete the file, right? Data permission means what you can see. You can actually control which content can be seen by which group or which user, right? So I'm logging as the admin, so basically I can see everything. And the first page you see is we call the home landing page. It's so easy and clean and clear. 3 areas. The left area is organization feature. You still have your static bin folder structures, and you can also save your search criteria as a smart search. I can show you later. In the middle, it's really how to browse and see the search result. List view, right? You can actually have all different metadata. You can sort them, and you can see the filter. You can actually filter. This can replace actually the search, right? All the metadata, they are customizable. You can define what type of metadata you want to see from this column config page, right? And also the PyCon view. Some people may really not see the detail, but see the thumbnail to identify which content you try to find, right? And with just one click, very quickly, you will be able to see the metadata in the right side. So organization, search result, metadata, 3 areas, very clear. So before I really do the search and you do operation, remember the number 1 step is ingest, right? We provide an asset importer tool in here. It's all in this menu. So it's simply select asset importer. You will be able to see this centralized ingest tool, which can actually manage any storages. Any storages, you just mount into the server. You will be able to browse in here, just like how you browse from the Windows Explorer. Then you can select one folder or one file, multiple folder, multiple files to ingest. Watch folder, you can actually set up multiple watch folders, and you can even control if you want on and off to run that watch folder. Watch folder means when the file landed at that folder, it will initiate the workflow immediately, automation, right? Archive volume, you can see the archive volumes. And also cloud. You can browse the Sony C platforms, see Sony C's workspace, folders. And also, you will be able to see the Amazon S3, the bucket. You can see actually directly from the Navigator X. And you select a folder, we will load. Load means we will extract all the technical metadata for you. Format, bitrate, duration for the video, and also a lot of GIF information for the graphic files. You grab them. And then you can still type in your customer metadata, and you will define what type of customer metadata you want to have in here. And then we do the register. And you may ask, what's the register process? How many steps can be included? Can I archive the high-res once you generate the proxy? Or can I do a direct transfer after the register? You all can. And you say, how I can change the workflow? It's even not the workflow change, because in the setting page, it's so easy. You can create a workflow preset. Do you need to generate transcode proxy or not? Just a check. Do you need a thumbnail? Do you require a direct transfer after the register? Once the proxy is generated, do you need to archive the high-res? It's all one-page configurations. This is actually how you build the workflow. It's such easy. Do you really need to know how to build the software? No, of course. Everybody can change the workflow by yourself. Right? So you ingest the content into the system. And then what you can do is search. Just do the search. And you can see how easy it is. If you know how to use Google, definitely, without training, you know how to use this. Just type in the keyword. I want to find the image file. You do the search. You find it. And if you double-click, we will open, even the graphic files, we open at the video player window, right? And the previous search results still be listed up at the left side, so you will not have to go back and forth. Just one click, you will be able to view other contents. You can go back to the search, or you can continuously do the search at here. So for example, you want to search the PDF file, you just type PDF, you find some PDF files, and with just one click, it will load the PDF without opening Adobe Reader at this video player window, right? And also think about, I said technical metadata, video, audio, graphic files, even without your user typing any customer metadata, they are searchable because they have format, duration, bitrate, a lot of technical metadata allow you to do the search. But how about document? Document only has a name. If you don't remember name, when you have million level of the content, how you can easily find your document? It's impossible. Let's say even this system, this document named Sony Navigator X, and this system we set up for NAB, if you search Sony, you can hit 10 pages maybe, right? But we can index the document. Any keyword, any word inside of the document, they will be searchable. Let's say if I find a unique one. It's one called top flight performance. It's just actually a word. Let me copy this. This is just a word inside of this document. It's not any metadata. Let's see what will happen if I search top flight performance, right? So just to make it a bit clear, let me go back. And I will search all. And now if I search top flight performance, keep looking at it. It's searching inside of the document. It's indexing. And you will be surprised how fast it is. Less than 1 second, you find this document because Elasticsearch is the key architecture we used for doing this type of index search. It's so good. And of course, the video is the important things. So you can search video files, right? And you can add more keyword. But be honestly, if you really have million level of the keyword content, just type in 3-4 keywords, it may just like Google, still returns 10 pages, right? So the Google search is easy and good, but we also provide another search feature called advanced search. You can actually generate the search criteria by yourself. This will be much more accurate. So you can say, for example, I want to say if this clip is approved or not, and what's the asset type, right? And what's the asset rating? You generate this search criteria. You don't need to generate every time. Once you generate it, you can easily say, I can save it. And it will be saved as a small search in the left side. So next time, you can actually just do one click it will perform the advanced search. So for example, this one, you even don't know what it is, but if you say, well, I want to see what it is, this is a complicated advanced search. Audio, video, format is MPEG-4, status is online, title contains song. But you just need one click in here, it will perform the search for you, right? So how to play back, right? How to play back is important. So you type a few keywords. Let me find the video I want to find. I think I have a video called Samurai. You find it. It's very quick. And you double click, it will open the proxy in this player window. And the proxy flavor, you can actually decide by yourself. You can generate a very low-res proxy for saving your storage space. But in this time, in this presentation, I want to show how good about our web-based player. So I generated a high-res proxy. It's original content. This one is 4K. And the proxy is 2560 by 1440. It's very high-res. But let's say how good when you play back this content in this big screen. And you can make it full screen. You see, it's a very high-res proxy. But it plays back very smoothly from this web player. Also, some small features for helping you to do media operation. Number one is event. You can actually, play back, and then even you can use keyboard I/O to mark in, and you play back, and you mark out, right? And then you can actually generate the event. All right, just any title. Let's say four-stage presentation, right? Whatever. And you generate this frame in here. And next time, actually, you can just do one click. It will go to the right frame, find this event. And remember, I said we have Adobe integration or edit integration. These type of event can be treated as a marker. We pass into Adobe. All right, it's also useful. And by the way, they will be searchable. So you remember I have this stage presentation. So if I go back, this stage presentation does not really belong to any clip metadata. It's just the metadata for that frame, right? So now if I search stage presentation, you find it. And I believe this type of file also includes this keyword. But you find this one, right? You double click, it goes to this right frame. And also subtitle. You can see when I play back this clip, it does not have the closed caption or subtitle, right? But if you have a separate subtitle sidecar, you can actually link into this videos. You can actually search, find this subtitle, you submit, and it will link to the video. And then next time, you can actually click in here. Once you select the subtitle, it will show the closed caption overlay. Right? And also, they are searchable. They are searchable because if you really think about, you want to search the closed caption, how you can do that? You select the subtitle, we extract the subtitle based on the time code, and then you can make the searching here. You say I search, for example, this, whatever, and then you click it. It goes to the right frame to map this closed caption based on the time code, right? Relations is also important. You can make relations between the content and the content, right? Once you find this clip, you actually can find others. And then actually with one click, we will load the clip into here. And you can see the opposite side of the relationships, right? ODA, the archive system, is another important thing. So first of all, we can do the archive from MAM perspective. You see we have online, offline, and then you can actually submit from here. Say I want to do ODA archive. Or even like archive, just a subclip, right? You can actually review the proxy. You say, well, I want marking, and I want mark out. And then here, actually, you have partial archive. You can partial archive this clip to the ODA system. Also, you can do partial retrieve. But this is actually from the MAM perspective. If you want to monitor for the admin people or IT people, they want to monitor the ODA status, the system status, we provide our ODA archive manager. You can see all the pool, ODA library, drive. You can actually browse in here. This L30 have 3 different cartridges. When you click it, you see the cartridge, the free space usage capacity, right? So this is also a useful feature. At same GUI, one Navigator X can do both MAM stuff and directly manage ODA. Workflow is another important thing, right? I mentioned, and you may wonder, say, all the operations you actually showed, they are media asset management. Where are the workflows, right? I have to say, everything is a workflow. Do the search, find the content, run the workflow. That's how you use Navigator X. So let's say, for example, you find this one. You think it's good. I want to upload this content to YouTube. You select the distribution, and you say, well, upload it to Amazon 3 or upload it to YouTube. Just one click, you run one workflow, right? This clip, you check the status. You say, well, it's online, right? You want to archive to Sony ODA. Just one click. You say, I want to do an ODA, copy your movie, move, and then run a workflow. Or you say, why I just shoot a content in my local USB drive. I want to upload that content into your Navigator X server. How you can do that? It's an upload, right? You select, and you open the dialog. You browse your local machine, and you select, let's say, this butterfly, and you say, well, I wanted to do an upload. It's complete. Less than 1 minute. With one click, one click, one click, I already run 3 workflows. And you may wonder, say, where are they? You can monitor it. We provide a workflow monitor feature, and here you have actually a detailed dashboard. You see, well, the YouTube, I don't know why, but it got an error, right? It's 13% got an error. And archive is still running, it's in progress. And this upload, butterfly, is in progress, 9%. I have to say, this, you will not be impressed. Everybody can do. Show the status, show the progress, file name. Why I'm saying a workflow? Because archive, it's a workflow. Upload, it's a workflow. When you double click, it shows the real workflow diagram. Because it's a workflow. And you see the check mark. You can real-time monitor, say what happened. Pause media info. Create thumbnail. Are completed. And now, it's actually generating the proxy. And you can see the real-time progress. If it got an error, you see an X mark. You know what happened. We provide this. And I know you cannot ask a question, but I know definitely you will ask one question. Say, this workflow looks good, but how can my team or myself can change this? Not ask Sony, right? Let me show you. We can do different things. We can do big surgery. You want to like drag and drop, change your workflow, that's a big stuff. I can guarantee more than 50% of your cases, it's actually just the configurations. You may ask, say, how can I change my transcode profile? That's a normal question, right? Now I can upload to YouTube. I can transfer to this shared storage. But I have a new storage. I want to transfer the file to there. How can I do that, right? That's actually even not workflow changing. That's configurations. Let me go back to the content view. Let's say distribution. You have this content. And if you click in here, now you can have these type of distribution things, right? You want to add a new one. You have a new storage. Let's say in the NAB stage, NAB Sony stage, right? You want to transfer this to NAB stage, right? How you can change that? How you can add that distribution point? We provide a setting, and you find this distribution configurations, and you see all the presets. These actually represent the existing one. And you want to add a new one, you can. Open the dialog. You say, well, I want transfer to Sony stage, right? And then if it's a copy or transfer, or you select it, copy. And it's target folder, any shared storage. or even Aspera transfer. You can select it. Say, I want submit, right? And then you can say, do you need a checksum or not? Or do you want to overwrite if there is an existing same name one, right? Or you want to generate a different name. Do you require a transcode, generate a different format before you transfer to another location, right? You can also do that. And let's just keep this one. And you submit, called transfer to Sony stage. Admin, if they did this configuration, when you go back to the GUI, for the operators, when they click the same clip, now if you show distribution, you see the transfer to Sony stage. With one click, it will run the transfer. So easy. You even do not need to really change your workflows, right? And of course, I just say 50% of the case. You still have a lot of use cases you want to change your workflow, do bigger stuff. We provide a workflow editor tool for you. It's another web-based tool. Drag and drop. All the third-party and Sony plugins will be listed up at here. And then if you say, I want to add a Sony QC before the upload, you can actually just drag and drop in here. And then you say, I want to delete this pipeline and make a new link and click here. It shows the configuration panel. You say which QC device, what's the IP address, what's the WISTO address, and what's the QC profile, how you want to receive report. Just a configuration. You can finish that, and then you make a link to the next step. Is that type of easy? Do you need a software programming knowledge? No. That's the target. This is still under development. Feel free, go to our booth, take a look at how to use it, okay? Give us ideas. And I mentioned the enterprise search, right? When you have multiple nodes, multiple locations, we can deploy multiple Navigator X. In here, you see this is a 63 server I'm logged in, but I also can see 62. This is another Navigator X. Can be in New York, can be in San Francisco. This is 64, can be in China, can be in Japan, right? It's just a network. We do synchronization, we do enterprise search. It's also under development. Go to our booth, take a look at, give us more ideas. The last but not least things. It's all managed by a workflow. And you remember I said, you have the KPI data. You want to see a dashboard. It's in here. And this, by the way, it's just a prototype we designed for NAB. It's only for NAB. You can tell us what type of things you want to look at. We can do the mashup for you, or you can do the mashup by yourself. This is just an example. We show how many workflows were generated in last like 24 hours, for example. How many failed? How many contents were generated, right? And what type of workflows in here. And you can see the workflow, how many workflows run based on the timeline. And also in the right side, you can see the server, CPU, and memory usage to map to the workflow. In here, you can see, well, I have such a big amount of the workflow were running. Let's see how CPU and memory were used. You can select. It expands, and you can see the detail, right? Just an example, but you can tell us what type of thing you want to see. The features are there. That's all I want to show. Again, remember the dashboard and the workflow editor and the workflow monitor feature and this content management. Everything made one package called the Navigator X. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
you.